YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Trevor here. Back with another strength episode. Been getting a lot of questions lately on the Facebooks about hybrid training. What is hybrid training? I talk about it a lot. There's a lot of people I think that are a little confused as to what it is or how to implement it into their own program. So I'm just going to give you a 30,000 foot view real quick. I'm not going to go into it. I've said a lot about it, but I just want to give you a brief, at least my take on it. And then I'll just kind of run you through, like for instance, the example or program I just went through this afternoon during my training session. So hybrid is it's a mix of both strength training to stay strong and hypertrophy to continue to build muscle. So it's not necessarily deviating from a total strength program too much, and it's not deviating too far away from a bodybuilder program. It's kind of this right in the middle there. It's one of my favorite methods. Guys, for a long time there was a lot of people that told me that you could not grow, you could not get stronger doing hybrid. You got to either do straight west side, or you've got to do straight bodybuilding. You cannot mix the two. And I've basically spent my whole life in this business proving people wrong. Certainly if you're doing a hybrid program, you're never going to be, you're never going to peak properly, and you're never going to get, you wouldn't go into a meet necessarily under hybrid by any means, but the majority of people that power lift or that bodybuild are never going to be on stage or on a platform. So I'm speaking to you guys. I'm not speaking to the advanced lifter, the guys that are, that are doing meets and shows regularly. But I love this style of training, guys. It allows you to still, get a great pump, keep building muscle, keep your abs, so you're not fat and doughy. Like a lot of powerlifters are, unfortunately. And it allows you to not be the bodybuilder who's huge that can't bench press 2 plates, for more than 10 reps. So it kind of allows you to be in the middle there. But the reason I love it is because obviously I started bodybuilding. It's my first true love. I spent over a decade doing it. I love the way that it makes me feel, the way I look. I like to continue to look like a bodybuilder. But I'm in love with strength. I'm in love with getting stronger and the science behind it. So for example, an example of a hybrid program would be staying, or at least the way that I do it. So the way that I would program it, I would, my bench day, I'd have a bench day. I would have a deadlift day. I would have a squat day still. I would train them all once a week. And I would still incorporate a lot of the accessory movements. I would just add a third and a fourth day, to where I was getting my shoulders in, was getting maybe an extra back day, full of hypertrophy, sets of 8, 10, 12, 15, pyramids, supersets, drop sets, just, whatever I feel like that day. And then, around those, like my bench day, for example, I'm not scared to do 3 or 4 chest exercises after that, after I hit my bench real hard. Keeping my reps in the 6 to 12 rep range, always hitting abs and throwing in calves once, twice a week too. I'm not afraid to do supersets after a deadlift, and I usually will, 1 week I'll usually do something with speed, something dynamic. The next week I'll usually go into something more heavy. So for example, today I did kind of a hybrid of a shoulders and an arms day. I didn't do any biceps. I don't really do much bicep work. Today specifically, I just really worked on my shoulders. Started with some strict military overhead standing with a barbell. I went for some volume, so I did 3 sets of 8 at a pretty challenging weight, probably 75%. And then I went up to 90% for 1 set, hit about 3 or 4 reps. And then I went into some Klokov presses, which I've really been getting into lately. If you don't know what they are, they're great. It's a great movement for keeping your shoulders just super, super strong. It's essentially where your hands are out wide all the way to the ends of the barbell. You're basically just stretching the barbell to get the bar to raise off of your back. It was made famous by some Russian athletes. Those Ruskies, man, they're brutal. Then I went in this, actually did some upright rows today with a barbell, just lightweight, sets of 12. Really pushed that pump, pushed the reps. Supersetted that with some presses to get my triceps just kind of warmed up, get my elbows started going. Went over and I did some dumbbell skull crushers, some rolling dumbbell skull crushers. Twisted them at the top just to really get a squeeze, and then I went into I did a superset with some rear delt dumbbell, some bent rear delt dumbbell flies. High reps, sets of 15, just blasted it, just got a sick pump. And then I went into, what the hell did I do next? Oh, I did some overhead extensions, two-hand overhead with a dumbbell. Went up pretty heavy, about 6 to 8 reps on my last set. Did about 4 sets, and I supersetted that actually with some calves. So again, I mean, that's just an example of what I do for a hybrid on an arm day. Again, guys, there's too many rules sometimes that you follow. The number one in training is just have fun, man. Just kill it. Like I always say, man, just smash fucking weights. Have fun doing it. You can put some science to it, and you can put some methods to it. I have gotten consistently stronger, I promise you guys, since I stopped listening to gurus, since I stopped listening to people who didn't understand my body, my training style, how I like to feel. And when I stopped listening to people and just started training and listening to myself, that's when I really started to grow. And my strength is climbing still. So I'm a believer in hybrid, guys. Something that you guys can do. You guys can do. That sounds great. Anyway, guys, if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love you to subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and flex those guns on that like button. Help me get this channel out there. I'm going to start incorporating, too, guys, a lot of training videos. Some commentary on my training videos, some of my training partners' videos. If you guys send me in your videos, I'd love to, not necessarily critique them, but give you some tips. You tell me your goal, send me your video and your goal, and I'd love to help you guys out that way. But it's not just going to be a vlog all the time with me just talking. I know that's boring. But anyway, guys, again, I appreciate it. Hit that like button. Again, pour out a little protein for all the Iron Brothers that went before you guys. Show some respect in the gym. All right. Peace out.